ScarAudio.com. Whether you're tailgating before a game or heading to the playoffs, experience premium sound with ScarAudio.com. Cutting edge speakers, amplifiers, and subwoofers engineered for maximum impact. Elevate your ride today at ScarAudio.com.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Fargo, North Dakota. We're live at Beer and Fish downtown. It's free. Come on in. They're serving breakfast. It smells fantastic. They got coffee, and they've got the Power Trip Morning Show broadcasting live as we are getting ready to do the initials game here. A little over an hour from now. So stop on by and watch it happen, and maybe we'll give away some money as well. As we bring you everything going on in the world of sports and beyond. Corey?
Yeah, going to be cool. By the way, a couple months from now, the tournament's going to start. A couple of twists this year, a couple of new faces this year. Anita Bath Sauce will not be one of them, but
no.
we will look forward to that, Greg. Of course, yeah, absolutely. Right, Parrish?
Yes.
Need a deep run out of you one of these times, Mark.
One of these days.
Yeah. All right, Chris, the task is yours. Would you like to do the news?
Yeah, I guess I'll do the news.
Good luck.
Thanks.
This is KFAN News with Chris Hockey, presented by the St. Paul Saints.
Well, that's good news. We are brought to you by the St. Paul Saints. We love the Saints. And don't forget, Wednesdays at Bernie's coming up here in July. And we're very excited to head on down to CHS Field. They're on the road playing baseball right now. We'll give you all the update when they're back in town. And, of course, you can get your info on the St. Paul Saints at saintsbaseball.com. I specifically walked outside to do this story because this is real news. And, geez Louise. A 36-year-old Minneapolis police officer is dead, as are another person and the suspected shooter after an exchange of gunfire Thursday evening in South Minneapolis, according to statements from police and public officials. A second police officer, a firefighter, a bystander, and another person also were wounded in the chaotic scene that unfolded in and around the apartment building in the 2200 block of Blaisdell Avenue in Minneapolis. The deceased 5th Precinct officer was identified as Jamal Mitchell, 36 years old, who received a commendation for rescuing people from a fire 3 days after he started as a police officer. Mitchell is a, quote, courageous hero, and today is a devastating day for the city of Minneapolis, said Mayor Jacob Fry at a news conference. Mitchell, a father and fiance, was among the first officers who arrived at the scene of a double shooting shortly after 5 p.m. He was attempting to give medical assistance outside the building to two people he believed had been wounded when one of them ambushed him. So from what I was able to read, guys, he walks up on the scene. He sees two people who look injured. He starts administering aid to them, thinking that they have been shot or something. One of them had been standing there, laying there waiting on him, stood up and shot him. No reason why yet. That person is dead. Luckily, they did get him. Another officer who arrived on the scene shortly after that shot him. But no idea why, what happened here. If there's any rhyme or reason to it, we don't know what it is yet. But we do know that we lost a police officer, firefighter injured, another police officer injured as well. Just a chaotic scene happening last night on one end of the Twin Cities, when on the other end of the Twin Cities, the Timberwolves were playing. Just watching that happen and listening to it unfold and trying to keep up with what was going on in social media. It's such a weird thing to live in this modern world when, a few streets away, a few blocks away, there's chaos and fear and sadness and a police officer, a hero, dying while down the street there's a basketball game going on. And I'll never forget that moment last night watching those two things happen on social media blocks from each other in downtown Minneapolis. It's just it's a strange world we live in this modern society, and it's a scary, sad situation that police officers walk into every day. And again, regardless of what your politics are, I stand up and salute, man. God bless them, all those people who have to do that every day. So rest in peace.
Well said.
Well said.
Yeah, well said.
So how do you recover from that, huh? Jeez Louise. Yeah. We'll find out more as we go along. But again, 36-year-old police officer from Minneapolis passed away yesterday. More on that if there's more information. Jamal Mitchell, 36 years old. Other things happening in the news as well that I probably won't mention because I don't want half the building to get up and leave as we're doing the show. I never know who I'm going to piss off when I'm talking about certain news stories, so we'll just skip that. And I'll just tell you this. As we head into the beautiful weekend here, the weather looks great. How about that? Is that a good? Can we go with that? Is that?
Oh,
Yeah.
God, now half the people are leaving.
No,
They wanted it to rain.
No.
Douglas just left.
Way overdressed.
The drought here is pissing people off, and you mentioned the weather.
There is no drought here. Did you not see the water? My gosh, there's so much rain and water.
That's
here.
not what my news sources are saying. They're saying there's a drought.
Your news sources say the earth is flat.
God, that's a Kyrie reference. See, there you go.
Was it?
Kind of.
Yeah.
You mean the guy he thought was a rookie?
Yeah, he's young.
I didn't think he was a rookie, but he did look young. He's pretty good. That guy's real good.
Parrish, Kyrie.
Irving.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. How
You're good
dare
at
you
this.
doubt him?
Luka.
Lives on the second floor.
Doncic.
Doncic is right. Yes.
Doncic?
Yes.
Okay.
Napoleon.
Dynamite.
I knew it.
Brilliant.
Well done.
Yeah, there's no Napoleon.
Great
Mavericks.
film.
I just wanted to see what you were going to do. Hey, Marney Gellner's here.
She is?
Hey. North Dakota's very own. She's come
Oh,
home.
you said here.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's here. Yeah.
Congrats, Mark.
She's an American treasure, national treasure, North Dakotan treasure. Fargo's her second home, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I can't wait to talk to her about what it was like driving up here with Hawk.
No,
Oh, yeah. We
please
heard,
don't get her started.
We heard it was not well received,
No,
Mark.
please don't get her started. She's mean.
Hi, Marnes.
All right, Marnes, walk us through it. Was it as devastating as Chris said? He said you were not thrilled with his driving.
Where is he?
I'm right
He's flying
here.
around.
He's hiding.
He's hiding.
I can't find my water. It's a big blue.
Whoa, it's right here.
sippy
Over
cup.
here. It's right here.
It's right in front of us.
Did you steal my
Yeah.
water?
No, it's been here since you got here.
Marnie,
It wasn't the driving
Uh-oh.
that I had an
Go
issue
ahead.
with. It was
Go ahead.
everything he was doing while he was driving.
such as?
You got to stay awake somehow.
See him? He was doing that.
Where is my mom?
Oh, is she here? Is Lola here?
No, she just dropped me off.
Oh, yeah, I don't blame her.
She didn't want to come in. She's not a big fan of the show.
Can't blame her.
Yeah.
A lot of. I mean, I don't want to report Hawk. I don't want to get him any trouble.
No, go ahead. I
with
already
the
told
North
people.
Dakota Highway Patrol.
I already
but,
said it.
So texting and driving.
Oh, texting, searching the web, replying to emails, finding YouTube videos. When he first did it, I said, "Oh, hey, whoa, hey, you're making me a little nervous. You want me to find something? Can I send a message for you?" And he was like, "No, I'm really good at this."
Yeah.
And then it
Famous
was
last words.
just, it's like if you're watching someone who is flipping channels where you're going between a lot of games and every time there's a commercial break, it's boom, boom, boom. That's how Hawk drives.
That's a mild overstatement.
And it was raining. That is not an
Yeah.
overstatement.
It was pouring.
Yeah. And we were searching YouTube videos by the driver.
What did he find? What was he looking for?
Oh, I can't tell you that.
Oh.
Oh, we
You said
can all guess.
YouTube.
I was trying to get some work done. I have a Lynx game tonight, so I was trying to do some prep work in the back seat. And he kept playing Sugarland, so obviously then I've got to take a break and sing along.
Obvious.
So he did reel me in a few times.
Oh, so you're saying that my searching paid off for you?
Like that part of it.
Yeah, that's right. That's
the
right.
rest of it, the one where you're trying to learn the song. So he's like, "Well, this is what I hear in my in-ear monitor." So then he's searching for that website and hit play, and then I hear the drum in one side and something in the other, and then it was a lot. I mean, we were in a lot of different places and directions, and
Yeah.
it was more than I'm used to.
You made it here safely. Why are you complaining
Yeah,
so much?
see, that's
Everything
the thing.
worked out.
And I bet
Marnie-
he was going the speed limit the whole time.
Yeah, not a mile over.
Right.
Marnie, first of all, what you heard and saw yesterday, that's what's going on in my brain all the time. All right,
That's kind of what I figured. That was
welcome
a
to my
peek
world.
into your world.
That's
Yep.
exactly right. Second of all, I mean it. One of these eyes is blind. The other one's always on the road. Don't worry about it. No matter what. I'm doing.
Volunteered to ride with him.
Yeah.
Now I know he's blind in one eye.
Yeah,
That'll be
legally-
helpful on the
legally-
ride home.
Yeah,
Thanks.
legally blind in one eye. Don't forget
I
about
see it.
that.
Yeah. Second of all,
He's got
if you're
it.
going to tell the cops about my texting and driving, I'm going to tell the listeners about your terrible gas.
Oh. Marnie.
Fair trade.
Yeah. I mean, now Hawk's dad wish he was riding with you guys.
My dad wished he would ride it with you guys.
Yep, here comes the dramatic
There's a
coffee
sip.
sip.
There's a sip.
Nailed it.
Well, I do apologize. And see, you know what's weird is I admit it. I did text. I had the question I needed to know the answer to right then.
You texted Marnie on that chat. She was part of that group.
Yes,
chat.
I was.
Yeah.
She
So
was.
then I started reading the answers and the replies because a reply would come in and he'd take his phone and I said, I'll just read it. Let me just read it. I'm on the text
That's what she
thread
did.
you just sent
Yeah.
while driving down I-94.
Yeah. So as sexy as you guys think this sounds, it was like driving with your mom in the backseat.
Oh.
It definitely was. But she was right. I should not have been doing that. I won't do it again on the way home.
No, you won't. No.
Marnie, he said if there would have been more seatbelts, you would have buckled more. accurate?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally. I kept tightening my shoulder belt.
Yeah.
What year is that van?
2017.
It is?
Wow.
Oh my
Wow.
I thought
Shots fired at the van.
Sure.
It is?
it was like 88. Do you see the knobs in there?
Yeah, I saw your knobs. I was trying not to look. I don't know what you want me to say.
That's what he was
You're gonna-
Googling.
Yeah,
Listen,
right.
if you're going to give him my van, you're going to show me them knobs.
He was pretending to Google, but he was just doing this so he could see the reflection.
You know what? It's weird. In all seriousness, when you complained the first time about my texting, I did feel bad because I shouldn't be doing that while I'm driving. I admit that. And I don't do it. I won't do it anymore.
No. Thank you.
But then when I put it in the cell phone holder and was doing the YouTube search while I was in the YouTube, I thought you would be happy that I wasn't holding the phone while I was texting.
Oh, you thought that was the issue.
I thought it was better.
Yeah, you did. You started like this, and then by the end it was, can you hold that sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want,
Then by the end it was just this. So
Yeah.
that's way better.
well, I don't know. You didn't complain anymore after that.
Well, that.
Did you hear my
for
impression of you?
starters, I mean, it wasn't complaining. I mommed you and said,
Yeah.
"Oh, hey, now that's making me nervous.
you
Can
want-
I do something for you?"
He likes when he gets mom.
Yeah, wrong tactic.
Right?
He's right.
Yeah. Wait, let's hear Marney, the impression
Do you want me to do
of
the impression of you?
Sure.
Because I did it this morning and it was wildly popular.
Okay, go for it.
Right? Oh, he. Ooh. Ooh, he. Ooh, he.
That's accurate.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
it.
that's
right,
accurate.
right. And at first I was like, that's not hay, that's corn. I thought we were driving down the road. I didn't know what you were looking at.
Can I tell you the other part I loved is that
That's funny.
Oh,
Hawk knew I was meeting my family. My mom lives here in Fargo. My brother lives in West Fargo.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law was coming. My two nephews.
Yeah, I
our
didn't
good
know.
friend Megan and Dan. You know the whole folks.
Yeah, sure.
We ate at Horns and Herd last night. A lot of TV screens, so we watched the game. Yeah, great. So they know I'm meeting my family, and we have a group text of, okay, I should be there by 6:15.
You Google.
Well, that was before we met in St. Cloud because you had band rehearsal.
You guys,
So I tell them, yeah, I'm meeting
Does
my
she
family.
sound
So we
grateful
get
to you guys?
on the road after I waited 20 minutes
Oh.
in a park and ride for Hawk because he had to finish rehearsal. No problem. We all have to work. No
it sounds
biggie.
like it wasn't a problem. Yeah.
But then we get on the road, and about 20 minutes later, we're like, oh, we got to stop at Hardee's. I'm hungry. I'm like, we've been sitting in St. Cloud for 20 minutes. So we stop at Hardee's drive-through in Sauk Center.
Hardy's Whale.
What's the name of that city again?
Suck center.
Sock. And then I
is
say,
that where Jack is?
hey, anybody got to go to the bathroom? No, roll through the drive-through. Get back on the road. I text the family. Hey, Hawk had to stop to eat. It'll be about 6:30. Okay, frowny faces, reply, whatever. Get back on the road. An hour later, got to go to the bathroom. So we stopped in, I think it was Rotsay, where they have that
What hurts?
gas station that has all the construction, like you can't even get to the pumps, and it's been that way for a year. Yeah, well, sure enough, we're stopping for not only a bathroom break, but we're up and down the aisles looking for snacks. Come out with a giant bag of popcorn. I text the family, gonna be another 20 minutes. Had to stop for the bathroom. Is this accurate? So I met my family. We were hoping for 6:15. I got there at 6:55, and they said to say hello, Hawk.
This sounds like a Zach trip.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Well,
80 for Brady.
Brilliant.
I admit all that is true, and I do apologize. I didn't realize that was your personal Uber. I hope you don't give me less than 5 stars on your Uber rating. I went into the gas station because I had to pee because I figured that was a better option than pissing myself as I drove down the road.
And you were busy texting. I gotta pee, Lawyer Lambert.
You got that text?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I said that to the wrong Lambert. But I do admit that I had to buy a giant thing of popcorn.
I thought you were
Lies, yeah.
suppository.
And I bought the giant thing of popcorn, first of all, because I like popcorn. It's kettle corn. Who doesn't like kettle corn? It's good stuff, right? Yeah. And also because you destroyed their bathroom. It was so bad. The smell coming from that place. And I felt so bad for the lady behind the counter. that you had destroyed her bathroom, that I had to make a purchase. Because it was a disaster area. They had to restart their construction when we left.
Hey, Marney, can I ask you a question?
Marks.
Of course.
Remember how a couple of days ago, Sauce and I were saying Sauce was going to drive by himself. I was going to drive by himself. We were pretty sure Parrish was going to drive by himself. And you're like, it's like 3.5 hours. Why doesn't everybody carpool?
Yeah.
No.
That's why?
Yeah.
This is the last time you're going to carpool, right?
Well, listen,
Drive yourself.
it's definitely the last time you're going to ride in my van.
Well, yeah, it's almost 30 years old.
Yeah. And weird knobs.
1988.
It's a 2017
No, it's a sweet van,
GMC
man.
Savannah. It's
Yeah.
a sweetie. I like it.
Yeah,
It's got
it's
captain's
great.
chairs. It's cozy. There's a bed
like
in
a
the back.
full bed in back? Yeah,
It's got a
it
full
looks
bed
sweet.
in the back. There's plenty of room for everything.
Sounds like it doesn't have the
Company.
ability to connect to Bluetooth, and that's why you have to do everything by hand.
It does. I just prefer doing things by hand. I'm old school that way.
Well, I
Martin,
got
you brought it on
here
yourself.
safely
We did.
and almost on time, and I appreciate the ride.
You're
and
very
I
welcome,
hope you
and-
can also get me home.
I will definitely try to get you home at some point today, later today. We got a lot of stops on the way. We got places I want to see. There's,
I do have to work tonight.
yeah,
just
that's great.
FYI.
We'll get you there by then sometime. Maybe.
Let me just text Cheryl Reeve my
yeah, let her know.
ETA,
Yeah, she understands.
which
She's
is going to
ridden with me.
change drastically.
She
along the
knows. She
way.
knows about my van. Don't
Yeah,
worry, it's
they've
cool.
gone
She
to the
knows.
casino together.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, no, if I had known that we were on a time schedule, I would have been more prompt. But I didn't know we were on a time schedule. I didn't know Lola had reservations.
Oh, okay.
I could tell when she looked at me, she had reservations about the van that you'd ridden there. Yeah,
I mean, I thought maybe when I said, I'm meeting my family.
yeah.
Then I said,
I just thought you'd been adopted. at a young age.
ETA. And,
Great line. Great line.
it all worked out. It was fun. It was a good glimpse into your life. I can't wait for the return trip.
Oh, I got some stuff planned.
Yep. He's got a few videos
Yeah.
he wants to show you.
Yeah, I got to do some editing of some personal home movies.
So, Marnie, you could either
You're
drive
gonna
back
see a
with
lot
Chris,
of my dad.
a lot of texting and driving, a lot of YouTube searching. You could listen to Metallica with Mark Parrish the whole way home. You could listen to Poker Podcast with me for 3.5 hours.
I'd rather-
Or you could listen to Dave Matthews and Sauce talk to himself for 3.5 hours.
I'll take the shaggin' wagon.
But you know what? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. We will stop for food once, and we'll listen to some good tunes, and we'll have some good conversation if you want to ride with me. I'm not kidding.
I'd take the Van Marns if I were you.
Yeah, ride with
I'll
Captain
get you home in
Comedy
quicker than
there.
3.5
That'd be
hours.
fun. Listen to a poker podcast.
Well, you're also a texter and driver.
You can't prove that.
I've seen you do it.
No, you can't prove that, Rusty.
Yeah, I mean, I will not be offended if you ride home with somebody else. I really
Yeah.
won't. Because I am going to take my sweet ass down.
He wants to stop in West Fargo.
I didn't buy a van for 8 people to drive by myself everywhere, so I could cruise home at a high rate of speed.
But
I
you
want
will.
to see the world. I mean, Fargo's a beautiful place, and I
Yes,
drove
it
all the way
is.
to North Dakota to do one radio show. I'm going to see me some North Dakota today.
All right, well, let's, you guys all got openings? My bags are already in your van.
Yeah.
Yes, they.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
You can ride with me. It'd be fun. We don't have to talk.
That would be just a fun social experiment.
Yeah,
and then
right.
you
I'm
could
not kidding.
compare and
You could ride
contrast
with me.
Sauce and Hawk on the way home.
Do you guys want to drive my van home together?
No, I'm not sitting in that chair.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
The
I
back
can't really
seat
say.
has a lot of straps.
Yeah, that's where my dad goes. Right?
Yeah, he rides there when I let him. Sometimes I strap him to the top of the van like a deer.
Like a baby reindeer.
Yeah, that's right.
He is your baby.
Hey,
All right.
real quick before we go to break,
Yeah.
I know we're running late. We got to do sports, but do you see behind us? There's a band setting up.
Yeah.
We've been trying to think of a name for the heavy metal band, the Hawkfest band is playing tomorrow night for a long time. And I just walked out. I'm talking to these young gentlemen who are going to be playing in the 8 o'clock hour between breaks. And I asked them what the name of their band was. This is a great band name. You guys are very clever. The name of their band is Walking Phoenix.
Yeah.
Got it.
Walking Phoenix.
Yep.
That's a great band name. Why
pretty
didn't I
good.
think of that? That's pretty good.
That's good.
Am I the only one impressed by that?
No, I
a
like
good band
that.
Name.
Yeah,
that's a
that's
good band
great.
name. We're going to listen to them on the way home, Marnes.
On
We're
full
going
blast.
to watch YouTube videos of them. I'm going to scroll through them.
Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely.
Can't
For
wait.
sure,
You
sure.
can ride with me. I'll just talk to myself.
Do you do that a lot when you're running?
Yeah, of course.
I bet you do.
I'm interesting when I don't have somebody going, God, you're dumb.
So when your wife's not in the car?
Oh, she's never said that to me.
I will take that bet.
When you're when you're driving home, do you go, I'm driving?
Oh, yeah. And then I'll be like, oh, that looks cool. I always talk to myself, I don't care. Don't
Look
they
at
see
all
these-
the trees.
Yeah,
Hey,
oh, yeah.
I have a friend named Tree.
Yeah.
He's been to the Buffalo Wild Wings in Fargo.
Oh my God, that is what it sounds like. I guarantee it. That's
Yeah.
it right there. I guarantee it. Marnes, I apologize. I really do. I'm sorry. I made you late.
Don't do it on the way back.
I'll give you
Everything
100.
was fine. Everything worked out
I'll give you $100
perfectly, and I
bill.
was okay.
Yeah, and here's the other thing.
I'll take it.
Just
By the
Uber
way-
home.
By the way, I'll tell you one thing, and this is not a joke. I thought we'd probably stop by the casino on the way. I really wasn't listening to you at all. I didn't know you had any place to be.
Okay.
I was going to go to the, what's that casino? Shooting Star? I was going to take a turn, not even tell you. I was going to head that way. That is
Tell
not a
Lola to
joke.
meet you at the casino. All right, Marnes, unfortunately, when we get back, we have to talk about the end of the Wolves season. That was a disaster. Mark Parrish will break it down, but Marnie, you can join in as well. More of the Power Trip Morning Show with Marnie Gelner and Mark Parrish live from Beer and Fish in Fargo, North Dakota on The Fan.
Welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show live from lovely Fargo, North Dakota. How you doing, everybody? Feeling good?
Place
We are-
filled up, man.
Yeah,
Feeling
we're-
good on a Wednesday?
Beer and Fish. It's Friday, and we're going to play the initials a little bit. We're right down the street from a Bell Bank. We just met a lovely Bell Bank customer as our
Employee.
I'm sorry, employee, but she's probably a customer too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's a dual role.
Do you want to sit in the back seat and correct me some more? Let me stand.
Oh, my God.
Let me stand in front of you right there. Would it be better if I was right there?
Did you guys get married on the way up? I mean,
Might have struck a nerve, Marn.
oof.
Hey,
Brilliant.
this place is beautiful, isn't it?
is.
Thank you.
I've never been in here. This is newish.
Yeah, they were saying
3 years.
3 or 4
Okay.
years,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess. Pretty cool.
I don't get to downtown Fargo enough. I feel like you're either on the outskirts or you're a downtown person. Am I right? Yes, everybody's nodding their heads, but I love it down here. I've stayed at the Jasper Hotel a couple of times.
Oh, great.
It's a boutique hotel across the street. It is gorgeous. It's really cool. The vibe of downtown Fargo is different than the vibe of other spots in Fargo. I'm just here to educate, huh?
I couldn't agree more. Listen, we play once a year with the Fabulous Armadillos right over here. I think it's I forget what the little plaza is called, but it's like the next block over. And the place is always packed. And then we play the Sanctuary, which is right over
Yeah.
here.
I love that spot.
I love that place.
Yeah.
And
Hey, you've done comedy there,
I
haven't
have,
you?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I
Well,
don't know if you
kind
call
of.
it that. Oh, kind of.
yeah, he definitely stood up.
Marnie,
The comedy was questionable.
Yeah, Marnie, I don't know if I stood up either.
Great.
On our ride back, Corey's going to get ripped.
Oh, no. Not that.
Just kidding.
I think I'm going to ride with Sauce.
See?
Yeah,
That's
you
a smart
definitely-
play.
Yeah.
Smart play.
No, I'm here to tell you, you're definitely riding with Sauce.
You've lost the invitation.
Hawk wants to go to the casino.
He did already tell me in private, hey, if you do want to ride with someone else, that'd be fine because I am going to stop at the casino.
I never said that
No, he didn't.
on the radio.
Yep.
And then he's going to say, I didn't need you. I didn't know that you needed to get back for a Lynx game. I didn't. I wanted to stop
No.
at
How
Sauk
would I know
Center
that?
Hardee's.
I like Hardee's.
Gotta
first and
see
foremost.
America.
Let
Yeah,
me tell you.
Hardee's whales.
Let me tell you what's
What'd you get?
underappreciated. I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you what's underappreciated about Hardee's. The hot ham and cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious, man.
Yes.
Sometimes when it's raining and you're texting, you just need a hot ham and cheese sandwich. Am I right? Am I right?
Yeah, Daddy.
And they still have a solid roast beef. I will say that.
Well,
Hardee's does a little grilling on their buns.
Yeah.
You know I love a grilled bun.
You sure
Yeah.
do. You sure? I turned your seat heater on.
That car doesn't
There's
have that.
no way they had seat heaters in
It's
the
a
80s.
2017. It's a beautiful van. I promise. It's right down the street. Anybody need a ride?
Yeah, to the casino.
I'm not good at giving friends rides. Last time I gave one to Sauce, he left me and stayed at a concert in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and then didn't go to your concert.
I'm
yet.
just basically people's Uber. That's
It wasn't
exactly what I've
my
become. Paris, you need to go somewhere?
Well, I just want to get home. Wherever I
mind
can
then.
take a nap. Well, I can sleep in the back of your van.
That's the thing. I got a bed
point.
there.
Now.
There's a bed in the back of my van.
That would have been good for you.
Marty, you want to drive my truck? All right, with Hawk.
All right.
That is a win-win. You ride home safely and nap. Marnie gets to
Well,
drive herself
safely.
home.
Yeah, and what does Parrish care if he's napping in the casino parking lot?
He's got a couple hours before I even notice.
That's
point.
true. We should probably do Fan 5.
All right, Sauce.
We got a short one here because we ran late.
We'll do
It's
the
time
one
for Fan
score.
5 on the Power Trip, presented by All Around Property Preservation.
Thank you all around.
Yeah.
Parrish, last night, where is it here? Hold on.
You can't do it off the top of your head. You've done it like 9 times.
No, it's the different bit.
Oh.
Did I not write it down? Oh, yeah, right here. Last night, Parrish, the Panthers beat the Rangers 3-2 to take a 3-2 series lead in the East Finals. Game 6 is tomorrow in Florida. The Panthers are minus 170 on the money line.
Yeah, New York's in trouble. Were they able to steal that Game 4 to really steal another win against Florida by being dominated for pretty much the entire game? It would be a little different scenario right now, but once Florida won that, they got a ton of confidence coming back. They're going back to their building. I just, without the big boys from New York, Zibanejad and those guys really flying right now, Florida's just too deep, they're too big, they're too strong. There's too much playoff experience, and every one of their guys is playing on a mission right now.
I might be out of this Parrish versus the field bet before we even get to the finals. It might be Dallas in Florida, and I'm just dead.
That was my pick.
Yeah,
so
it was.
I'm kind of hoping
Good for you.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'd win money from Corey.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Game 5 of the Oilers and Stars is tonight at 7:30. That series is tied 2-2. Dallas is a slight favorite at minus 130.
Yeah, incredible series. It all comes down to two things. Can Dallas slow down Connor McJesus? And can Skinner play well enough to just keep him in the game? Just give him a chance. No, Stewart, the goaltender for Edmonton.
Yeah.
He's a little shaky. He's hit or miss, and if he's missed, then this game's over for Dallas.
The Wolves Marnes got killed 124-103 to lose the series 4-1. As hockey learned once the Wolves were in the playoffs, that is called a gentleman's sweep.
I didn't know that.
This was an embarrassing loss even for Minnesota standards. Both Luka and Kyrie had 36. It was over in the first quarter. Catman had 28. Everyone else had a terrible game. The Wolves were outscored 69-40 in the first half. The season is over. It was fun, but the ending sucked.
The ending did suck. It was shocking to see that game. Even the first quarter. It was shocking. It was startling. It was disappointing. It was infuriating at times. I heard the guys at halftime, like Charles Barkley, saying how shocked he was that Minnesota looked like they had 0 F's to give, basically. And it was embarrassing to hear that from a national broadcaster, and he was totally right.
Yeah, he kept saying, Marnes, that it was obvious to him, at least, that the Wolves were just happy not getting swept.
Correct.
And that they were just going through the motions.
Yeah.
You buy that or not?
I mean, that's definitely not what they said, but that is how they acted. And maybe there's just an innate human nature of, we know that team has us. We know they're better than us. And we're going to say all the right things, but when it comes down to playing it, maybe there's just no way around it. I don't know. I've not been a professional athlete. I grew up in North Dakota, played at a really high level in high school. Don't know if you heard. All conference point guard, Bishop Ryan, 92. Thank you.
We'll talk about it on the way home.
Well,
I'll give you my stats. It'll be good. We'll go
if
through
it's
them.
about you, I won't be listening.
having been swept in a gentlemanly manner before. It's multiple things. The fourth game that team, after going up 3-0, team kind of lets off the gas a little bit. The confidence is pretty high. They're not quite as desperate. They've kind of got it wrapped up in their mind. And yeah, there is something to let's not get effing swept. And moving on to game 5. So
you dig deep and you find the motivation there, but then you're sort of like last gasp. We have nothing left.
Well, you go out and push, and depending on how good they are, like Anaheim to go on and win a Stanley Cup, it doesn't matter. They just beat you in game 5.
I feel like the hard thing right now for Wolves fans and for Minnesota sports fans in general is going to be to separate these two things. The end of the season, as Sauce said, to have it end and to have it end that way are both it's hard. It sucks. You don't want it to end. You want to keep going. You want to fight for this team. You want more to cheer for. You want more games to watch. And then to be blown out and just really not show up in the final game, it's going to take a minute to probably process and get over it. And you want to be angry with the team and you want to say the whole season sucked. And the thing is, when you zoom out and take it all in, it was awesome for 6 months. But people probably don't want to hear that right now. It's too fresh. It's too soon.
Yeah, best season in 35 years, right? I mean,
so you're going to kind of have to compartmentalize what just happened, and maybe we need some time to sort through it. But it was awesome, and the ending did suck, and both things can be true.
Marnes, when we booked this Fargo date a month or two ago, whatever, obviously we didn't think the Wolves would be this far into the playoffs. So part of me was like, man, it's Thursday night. Marney is, been a part of this squad for 2 decades. She probably wants to be at Game 5, and she's got to drive to Fargo and miss it. And then about halfway through the first quarter, I'm like, she's missing nothing outside of meeting Snoop. Right, that was probably the only thing that you didn't get to do. Otherwise, you probably made the right choice just driving away from Target Center.
Did we not read that KG was going to be there?
Sauce told me last night he was going to be there.
Kendrick Perkins on SportsCenter the night before said he was going to be there. And then there were a couple
not
people,
he might. He said he
was going to. And then there were a couple people that were like posting on social media members that they were like showing KG, like they were, you were been there obviously, where they like warm up before the game, even like they go through what's going to go on the screen. They were showing KG highlights like a montage, and people from the media were tweeting that, going like, why are they doing that? And then I bet he left. I bet he Abe Simpson's the bit.
You know what's weird though, Marnes, is the last couple of weeks people have mentioned KG showing up to Target Center like it was going to be some kind of superpower. Right? Not just like, hey, how cool would it be for the drama of him finally coming back and maybe kind of an MF to Glenn Taylor, right? Sit next to Mark Lowry and A-Rod. But they kept saying, can you imagine if he shows up? It's like, it's not like we're going to win by 40 if KG's in the first row. Right. My guess is the effort would have been identical. Because again, they didn't play for Snoop. I'd want to way more impress Snoop doggy dog than freaking KG. Snoop is sitting in the front row laughing because Luke is drilling threes.
Ugh. And I think people forget that Kevin Garnett was in the building in, what year did we unveil the Prince jerseys? Those purple and pink, 2018 maybe?
Something like that.
Kevin Garnett was there. And people feel like he hasn't been there since he played that second time. And that's not true. So, that was not going to be the thing that lifted us to the win. I just thought it was weird because I thought I read Kendrick Perkins basically saying, I'm taking him there. Like he and I will be there together. So weird that didn't happen. Oddly weird that Snoop Dogg came. I didn't see him enter, but then I saw a video later. We were playing, right? Like the ball was live. It wasn't during a timeout. It wasn't during an out of bounds play. He made a Snoop entrance. Did you guys see him walk in?
You got to show up fashionably late. If you're Snoop, you don't show up 30 minutes before the game and watch layup lines. No. You got to show up when it's cool.
Yeah, while the game is going on,
mid-game.
So eyes can avert.
Exactly.
Hotbox the car and then come in.
Excuse me?
You've never hotboxed a car?
No.
Marnie's hotboxed the van.
Ick. Hey, let me ask you a question. During that basketball bit, Hawk was texting. Did you talk basketball on the way up here, and that's why he was texting and driving?
Did we talk basketball? We barely talked.
That's a good point. You guys didn't even
really
mention
we didn't really talk.
Interesting. You only had 3.5 hours. No big deal.
Yeah, we jammed. We did jam. There was some jamming going on, right?
I guess there was not much to say.
No,
when music is your love language, you just belt Sugarland, and you do all the motions.
Oh, we're not listening
we did
to
do
that.
Yeah, I was just really. I was afraid if I said anything more, I'd be more criticized.
Sauce, what's going to be on the playlist for Marnes on the way home?
We can listen to whatever you want as long as it's not that. Do you like Paul Simon?
Not really.
We'll just listen to each other.
Match made in heaven.
I like Paul Lambert.
Oh, that's all that matters. Because we're going to talk a lot about me.
All right, more of the Power Trip Morning Show live from Fargo with Marnie Gellner, Mark Parrish, and the rest of the Power Trip right after this on the Fan.
Man, do I love this tune. If you can hear it. If you're listening to the podcast, you can't, but that's okay. Trust me. Back up again. It's called Move. It's by the band. What's the name of this band?
I think it's Thousand Foot
Crutch. That's right. Great band name as well. Hey, welcome back to the Power Trip Morning Show.
Can you send me a link later when you're driving?
I sure will. I sure will. Power Trip Morning Show. We are live in Fargo. Hi, Fargo. How you feeling? Everybody good? They're just excited because the Initials game is coming up real soon, and they're going to get to watch it live as Mark Parrish is here, Marnie Gellner's here, ungrateful as she is, and it's going to be a spectacular round of the Initials game coming up here in a little bit. We broke down heavily what happened with your Minnesota Timberwolves last night, so in a nutshell, Marnie, what happened?
Oh, man. What happened was Dallas came out absolutely with their hair on fire and jumping and motivated, and the Wolves just came out super flat, and it was over very quickly. Super disappointing. X and O wise, I do not have the answer for you. Their shots went in, ours didn't, and that was it. We just didn't have the fight last night. It was hard to watch.
Towards the end of the third quarter and the beginning of the fourth, I was actually watching quite a bit. And
what's your analysis?
I would say, as I said a little bit earlier, Marnie, if you'd been listening.
I don't listen to this show.
Okay. I know you don't. It's okay. You don't listen to anybody about anything. That's the problem. Is you've been driving down the road and you're like just trying to talk to somebody and nobody wants to talk to you. They just want to be critical. I don't know what happened.
Wolves had no team chemistry.
No,
they weren't on the same page, Marnie. It was a little bit like you and Carly playing Program Password.
Oh man. By the way, that's why she was so upset.
Yeah, I thought Corey and
That's
I
why
were
she
bad.
was so upset.
Yeah, no kidding. I was embarrassed by what Sauce and I did when I heard you guys play.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Pretty bad. She was pretty upset about that the whole trip. So you're mad at Carly, not at me.
Yeah, it's Carly's fault, not Chris's.
But no, I would say that it was pretty interesting for me that every time we tried to get back in the game, Kyrie would just hit a big shot. It was unbelievable how much that happened. We hit a three, he hit a three.
Luka had 5 or 6 3-pointers in the first half.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so spirit breaking.
Yeah, so I asked these guys, how far away are we? What do we need to do to compete with this team? And nobody had an answer for me, so I'm asking you.
We were right on the door.
Doesn't look like it. I mean, honestly, it didn't look like.
Why, we lost the first game by 3 points, the second game by 1 point. Does that not look like you're close?
I don't mean
the third
to,
game by 7
I don't mean
points?
to do what's illegal, apparently, and that's disagree with you. But
Oh my! Wow!
Piling on today.
You can ride with Corey.
I would say that none of those games were as close as the final score. None of them.
Oh, I totally disagree.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Why are you guys talking to me? I'm just trying to get Marney
Totally
riled up.
disagree. They were, in fact, fantastic basketball games because they were so close.
Yeah, if they'd been
Biggest
football
lead was
games,
maybe
it'd been
6 or 7 by either team.
I get
Why
that.
did I
That's
even
funny.
show up?
Because you need a ride home.
I wanted to see my mom.
Oh, don't say anything.
Don't do it.
No, I honestly, you think we're one player away?
Yeah, I mean, maybe, and maybe even just 1 year of maturity and experience for Anthony Edwards and Jaden McDaniels. We are so close. It's not boy, now we know how we have to revamp in the offseason. Do you know how many teams were left in the playoffs as of a few days ago? 4. When you're one of 4 left, you're super close. And the game, you don't believe a word I'm saying. Look, you don't even know I'm talking right now.
No, I know what you're saying.
It is, yeah. It's not a matter of we just, we have to find a wing defender or something like that. I think we have every piece. There might be a tweak or a guy off the bench or, whatever. But we're on the doorstep. You know what I was thinking is I hope Dallas. Well, I hope they win it all. I'm totally fine with that. But when they play Boston, Luka and Kyrie better have this same kind of magic, or it is going to hurt even worse. If they just clank everything and can't hit a shot, you'll be like, seriously? Because they couldn't miss against us. Even when we defended, they had some sort of superpower behind their shots in 4 out of the 5 games. And that is almost mathematically impossible. Yet they did it. And that better carry on in the Boston series. I'm going to be Piaf.
Thank you.
Now I see why Hawk was texting JK.
Yeah. Now I was texting God, take me now.
That's very harsh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. No, that was a good breakdown. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now I feel like I got it. Thank you. Go Wolves.
No, the season's over, Hawk.
Hey, Parrish?
Yeah.
You still with us?
Sure.
Yeah, man. What do you think?
How was the food, by the way? Pretty good?
Food was excellent.
Yeah, man. Where are we at right now?
Excellent.
Perry and I
beer
had
and
breakfast
fish.
sandwiches.
Did you have beer or fish?
No.
No.
No, you had Red Bull and breakfast.
Yeah. Red Bull and a breakfast sandwich.
Hey, check this out, guys. I just got an advertisement, and just to prove that social media is always listening, always, always, always. I was just told that Nick Swartzen was appearing at the Fargo Theater on Saturday, December 14th, and the Fargo Theater's right there. He's doing comedy right there.
Let's come back. You guys, let's road trip back for that show.
It's called Toilet Head.
Yep, that's his new tour.
We don't have to go to
the name
that
of the tour.
show.
No, it'll be great. His stand-up.
He's hilarious.
Oh,
Yeah. He's great.
It's
He's
super
hilarious.
funny. Yeah.
Sauce, you should play it the entire way home so Marty can get a taste of it a little bit, 3.5 hours of Swartzen.
Or you could just do your own stand-up. Just run some stuff by
No,
her.
then Marnie will open the door and jump out.
Yeah.
She'll be like, hey, how fast does this thing go? See ya.
Yeah, she'll be thinking the old 88 van ain't so bad.
Yep.
By the way, since you and Parrish had breakfast, one of the guys here that works at Beer and Fish just mentioned that they had a dine and dash already this morning. They're like, I'm not sure everybody understands this is not free.
Rosie's here?
Well, well done.
Yeah, well played.
So I kind of like the idea that either somebody genuinely just thought, I'll show up to the power trip, they're going to just give away free breakfast or something. Or what a genius move to just dine and dash because everybody expects, that guy probably did it accidentally. He just thought it was free.
Please don't do that. It's not a genius idea. It's a bad idea. And you know what? I'm just going to say it. Mark will cover that guy's back.
Yeah. I mean, he did at Buffalo Wild Wings. What was that? $800?
900.
You all passed it around.
Wow, Hawk helped out.
I did a little bit.
Yeah, and then you gave everybody else their money back.
Well, that was until I realized I wasn't getting reimbursed.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Welcome to IHOP.
So anyway, don't dine and dash, pay your tabs. And I believe alcohol now legally available to be served, correct?
7:55. Yeah.
7:55.
Yeah,
Okay, so 5 more minutes. 5
more minutes. You can drink up, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
You can serve alcohol before 8 o'clock?
No, I think at 8
No,
a.m.
you can't.
in
Only
5
at
minutes.
8.
Okay.
We got
5 more
5
That's
minutes.
cider.
You can tell who the alcoholics are because they're all watching every second tick by and like, oh, good.
Right.
Hurry up.
Was this a bring your own situation over
That's
here?
apple juice.
Okay. And what about the thing with the pineapple in it and
Oh, that's
a Virgin Bloody Mary,
yeah.
which sounds disgusting.
How was were you guys at Buffalo Wild Wings last night?
We sure
First one ever.
Sauce and I was. Yeah, it was the first one that ever existed. It
Historic.
Yeah, first one ever. Yep.
Wonderful. How was the crowd?
was solid.
It's sweet.
Everybody's very nice.
Were any of these folks
A handful, yeah.
there?
I don't remember. They weren't talking about me, so I moved on quickly. No, that gentleman back there in the West Virginia.
Yeah, Henry.
Was there. Henry,
Nice guy.
Sweet, great dude. Steve Lombardozzi over there was here. You were all
Hello.
there. Yeah. No.
I liked Henry because Henry is a good example. Henry said that like his dad used to listen to the fan, and he would be like, "This is just garbage."
Yeah,
right?
he did tell us
because you're
that.
like
Yeah,
young,
yeah,
because you're younger, and you think talk radio or sports talk radio sucks. Then he said it just clicked. I'm like, yeah, we kind of just Stockholm syndrome the hell out of almost all of our listeners. You just give up and love us eventually. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But you just start listening.
Still waiting on Marney to give up and love me.
You really struck a chord, Marnes.
Yeah.
Well, my van's a 2017.
Yeah.
The rest of it I was okay with. I can't argue with anything else. But it's a sweet ass van. And honestly, I'll be paying for it for the rest of my life.
It just had some oddities, like so we were driving for like a half an hour, and I'm like,
Driving along.
I am so sorry to be a diva, but I am so hot. And
Doesn't she sound like a dream?
I said, in the back seat, I have my own controls, but they're at my feet.
Ta-da.
And
I'm so
way
sorry.
Up in front, and I'm belted in.
Yeah.
And I was like,
God, no, you had to bend at the waist? Oh, my God.
I cannot
couldn't
wait to
any
hear
of
what
them
she hates about
with-
Sauce's Jeep.
without unbuckling, and I didn't want to unbuckle because you were scrolling YouTube on the interstate while it was raining.
Oh, God.
I couldn't get to my air controls.
I'll tell you this. I'll say one thing. Your husband, Matt's an angel. All right? I'm just going to say it.
Thanks
Isn't
for
it
getting
Mark?
his name right.
Is it Mark?
It's Matt.
That's Matt.
No, I respect him too much.
It's real irritated with me as well, but he stays.
No, it's great.
This is another one of those great examples that if you are a Dallas Mavericks fan and you were in town for game 5 last night, and you're like, I'm going to drive to the airport and see what the local sports
Drive
team's
along.
breaking down. And they're like, did they break down the Mavs and the Wolves? No, they broke down this guy and gal carpooling for almost an hour.
And one of the guys,
They went through her entire list of complaints. Then they were begging her to drive with somebody else. I think they briefly mentioned the Wolves score like twice.
Yeah, one of the guys said, "Go Wolves!" Like the season was still
Yeah.
going.
Then somebody dined and dashed at the place they were broadcasting from. Oh, man.
This is your sports leader.
Sports leader. All right, anyway.
We should probably break because it's almost 8 o'clock hour. It's almost initials time, man.
Yeah, let's actually do sports when we come back. We'll ask Parrish about the NHL playoffs. We'll ask Marney one more time about the Wolves. Initials in like 20 minutes or so, live from Fargo. We also, of course, will take one of you callers from anywhere out there in listening land. If you call 1-800-320-5326 in about 15 minutes, one of you is going to get through and have a shot at the St. Paul Federal Credit Union initials jackpot, which is up to $66,500. Let's have somebody hit it, like, I don't know, today or sometime this year. You never know. More from Fargo after this. Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.